Welcome to True Blue Politics Daily for June 22nd, 2026. I am Karen from Chicago, and this is my lovely co-host, Anita
Anita, I'm
from
Anita,
San Antonio.
Texas.
Yes, who's
In case you didn't
totally,
know where that is,
totally jealous in Texas
I
because
definitely am. I'm totally we have our presidential libraries, okay?
you do.
We
You have a
we
really
do.
good one. Who do you
We have
have?
the
What's that guy's
LBJ.
name? Uh-huh.
No, but let's not
What's
talk
that
about the
guy?
rest of them. We have LBJ
Okay, that's good.
and
That's
some
something.
others, okay?
Yeah,
And some
not
other.
for nothing.
We do have H.W. Bush is in College Station, which is where A&M is,
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M, and George W. Bush is, I think it's in Austin. It's in Austin, which
Mm-hmm.
is weird.
Mm.
I haven't been to them.
Because he's
I've
not
never
even from Texas, right?
no, they're neither one of them are from Texas, but LBJ I definitely have been to more than once, and enjoyed it. I really
Where
liked
was
it.
LBJ from initially?
Johnson City, Texas.
Oh, but he's from Texas.
He's from Texas.
But
Oh,
like
he's from Texas,
W,
Texas.
but W wasn't.
Oh
Was it?
no,
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 he's an
they're
East.
from
He's East
Kennebunkport.
Coaster. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're from Kennebunkport, Maine. They're from
Right.
Maine. And which has always been, it was always funny listening to him. And
Mm-hmm.
then you listen to Jeb. He doesn't sound like a cowboy. He doesn't
No.
sound like that. But yet George W. Bush always put on that big Texas accent, like,
Right. There's
you
a
know,
lot of interlopers in Texas, right? Like
a
Chip
lot.
Roy,
Oh my God, yes.
right?
Yes, Dan Patrick. I mean, Ken Paxton. Ken
Yeah.
Paxton's not from Texas.
No, he's
And
not.
I'd like
But
to
who else?
remind people of that.
Wait, isn't Tellerico?
Telrico is like ninth generation Texan. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely he's been a Texan since before Texas was a state.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been here forever,
Well,
his
listen,
family.
about Texas. We're going to talk about Chicago
Okay.
today.
Okay. I know. Well, I was just trying to get us in there.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Go ahead.
So,
Go
no,
ahead.
we had a
Yeah.
super exciting week last week with the Obama Center opening.
Yes. Obama Presidential Center
Yes.
opened on Juneteenth.
On Juneteenth, but the day before, we had a major party
Mm-hmm.
on the grounds of the Obama Presidential Center,
Mm-hmm.
where it was completely star-studded, and it's just
Oh
kind
my
of a
God.
beautiful
Yeah.
celebration of the opening of a center that is a community center. It is not a monument to President Obama, as some on the right like
I've
to
tried to suggest
have
it.
tried to
Not at
suggest.
all.
Mm-mm.
No, it like you said, it's a community center, and he built it that way. They built it to where people, it's very welcoming, and
Mm-hmm.
there's places for you to go and have a picnic, have a
Mm-hmm.
barbecue, play
Yep.
basketball, go to the gym, go to the library.
There's a branch of the Chicago Public Library, and
That's
I'm just
right.
going to point out to the people that are watching. Behind me is a vantage point from inside the center, behind the letters that are the words to the speech that President Obama gave in Selma. And so it's this beautiful, so as you're behind these letters, there's actually it's a viewing area where you can
Mm,
see this panoramic view of the city of Chicago, which I think is amazing and not
it is
something,
amazing.
honestly, I will say this, like this is actually the first day that I learned about
Wow.
this
Yeah.
special feature of this building, which is so freaking cool.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I think it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people will really enjoy it. And I think it'll be used for lots of different things. And people will, it's a community
Yeah,
place. It's a place for people to gather and.
together. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, seriously, just such
And garden. Oh,
depth,
and that's
you know?
Michelle Obama's gardening. There's a garden there,
Yes,
also a vegetable garden you can go to.
that's awesome.
And I think what was it? Nancy Pelosi has there's something named after her there. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember what it is, but everything's named after somebody else, not
Yes.
Obama.
Right. So it's not, yeah, as they want to try and pretend
Yeah,
a monument to
No,
President Obama. It's just, again, just like everything with this, family, total class, grace, and just
absolutely.
integrity. Um,
And you saw that in the opening. That's how
mhm,
everybody there was just, it was so joyous, and the speeches were so, oh my God, they were so eloquent, and just
mhm.
they were just, I was just, just fixed to the TV watching that,
Yeah,
you know.
it was amazing, just
Yeah.
amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and play a clip of this is a gentleman who is talking about the library or the center itself. Here we go.
People in Chicago are calling the main tower of the Obama Presidential Center the Obamalisk. There's a lot of criticism. Donald Trump has already said, oh, it's a disaster. He's
Whatever.
posted a meme on social
Yeah.
media
Who
that
cares?
compares it to a trash can. I got a preview of the building before its opening on June 19th, and I think it's actually
This
quite a
is
good
Philip
building. It's in
Kennicott,
the
a
south side of
culture
Chicago,
critic.
near where the
Hmm.
Obamas used to live. People have criticized the tower for being windowless, but there's a reason for that. In modern museums, they want video, they want projected images, and they don't want a lot of light, especially if they have fragile objects. The sense of the building really changes almost immediately as you approach it. And when you enter, most of the building, I would say, is underground, a lot of it. And yet it's fairly well filled with light. It has a basketball court, a restaurant, a recording studio. It includes actually a new branch of the Chicago Public Library. The Obamas have said they're really interested in a legacy of leadership. So it's meant to be inspirational. A lot of people are probably going to find it a time warp. It's going to take you back to the rhetoric of hope and change. One of the most salient features on the outside of the building is the top of the tower. And it's the words of a speech that Obama gave. Because it wraps around the corner of the building, you can't actually read it from a single vantage point. I asked one of the architects, Todd Williams, about that, and he said, well, this is not about legibility. It's about letting people make their own decision, letting them make up their own mind about what that meant. And that really reminded me of the question that we had during the Obama years, and that was about rhetoric and the power of words, and whether or not this was really an inspiration to the country, whether it would change our politics, or whether it was kind of a stew of rhetorical good feelings. The building isn't going to answer that question. It's going to remain aloof and apart, and in that way it may be the perfect representation of Obama himself. He's not going to be in the fray.
I don't know if
So
he was aloof.
I don't think he was aloof. That's a popular
Yeah.
narrative, but I don't think
I
it's
know.
accurate. But if I can, Anita, I just want to, since, talking about this, so this is what the quote says. Your America, unconstrained by habit and convention, unencumbered by what is, ready to seize what ought to be. For everywhere in this country, there are first steps to be taken. There is new ground to cover. There are more bridges to be crossed. America is not the project of any one person. The single most powerful word in our democracy is the word we. We, the people, we shall overcome. Yes, we can. That word is owned by no one, it belongs to everyone. Oh, what a glorious task we are given to continually try to improve this great nation of ours. And that was President Obama, 2015.
Wow. The eloquence. I mean, he's such a good writer.
So beautiful.
And his speeches were always so beautiful. I
Yeah,
miss that.
I know.
You know, it's one of the things
Yeah,
I miss the most. But yeah,
yeah.
so I'm not surprised that. And I remember that speech in Selma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just, oh, I mean, it's just always so wonderful to just um have somebody like him,
Hmm.
that was just so calming and, despite what, people on the right wanted to frame him as, so inclusive, completely inclusive
Oh,
and
absolutely.
a representative for all Americans, and he said it all the time. And of course, be by the mere fact that he was black, right? They
Well, that was the
that
problem
that
they had with them. And
alone,
we'll
right?
talk about that in
And we
another.
will. So we
Yeah,
are going to be doing a podcast this week for release on Monday, and we are going to cover all of that, the
yeah.
fallacy by
Because
the
one of the
right.
reasons they're criticizing it, because
Mm-hmm.
of course it's just because it's Obama's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they were going to criticize it no matter what it looks like. I've been
Mm-hmm.
to presidential libraries, and I don't even remember what they look like because they did not. They were not. There was nothing great about them or nothing particularly interesting about them. They were just like buildings, right? I've been to
Mm-hmm.
LBJ's and I've been to Kennedy's, and I don't remember the architecture, but I would remember this,
Mm-hmm.
and but the reason why they're criticizing it is just because it's Obama's, and it's, people love it, and they're just like him,
Mm-hmm.
and they just can't handle that.
They
They-
cannot. They cannot. So there's some really great footage that you sent from the day, and it just, because I want to make you happy, Anita,
Thank you,
because I
Karen.
like it when you're
I know
you're at
that's what you're
peace
here
and
for.
well, that's the only reason I'm here really is to
So I
make you
keep you
happy.
around, okay?
Well, you know what? You're welcome. Um,
Okay.
so I just want to play this because it really is. It's just so beautiful and
Oh, I
uplifting.
know.
Oh,
Hmm.
here. Okay.
Happy opening day!
Oh, it's so cool. Here,
No
hold on.
fighting? There wasn't any
No,
fighting.
there was
Nobody
no
was
fighting.
pushing. No,
Nobody was brawling on the
nobody
grounds.
was throwing up
No,
all.
no, nobody.
Nobody
I
was
didn't see
saying
anybody
horrible.
vomiting at
No.
all.
I mean, that it's just after that, watching that spectacle, that UFC, and then
Mm-hmm.
this, and the joy, the people are just so happy, and they're dancing and they're having a good time, and
Yeah.
it's just, it was so, oh God, it was so refreshing.
Yeah, okay. So here, this is what you were talking about. So you know what? You did so Bill Madden on Twitter,
Hmm.
Obama's presidential center is a reflection of how a secure and confident, emotionally intelligent leader conducts himself. Notice how almost everything inside Obama's presidential center bears someone else's name. The
Yep,
Eleanor Roosevelt Garden, the Nancy Pelosi Pavilion, the Nelson Mandela Sky Room, the Ann Dunham Water Terrace, the list goes on. Real leaders don't feel diminished by sharing the spotlight.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to slap their name on everything.
No.
They give some other people the spotlight.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's what Obama always did.
Yeah. And so we can talk about, some of the people that were there, some of the celebrities that were there. Um,
All the presidents were there, and Donald.
mhm.
We just say this: Donald Trump was not invited for
For
reasons,
obvious reasons,
for obvious
right?
reasons. He called Barack and Michelle apes or gorillas or something
Yeah.
like that not that long ago, right?
Yeah.
He never apologized for it.
Never.
Then just he had that UFC fight where that guy got up and said Michelle Obama is a man, and Donald Trump was sitting right there with a grin on his face,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
So I mean, of course not. There's why would to nor
Why would
to
he?
invite him to normalize that kind of behavior?
Right. Right.
No.
No, not today, Satan.
And George W. Bush was there, so it wasn't
You're
like
right.
it
So it
wasn't
wasn't like it.
ideological.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a slap in the face of Republicans,
No.
or conservatives.
Yeah, that's right. And normally the sitting president always attends these things. But I'm sorry, but Donald Trump doesn't deserve that.
Mm-mm.
He wasn't invited to George H.W. Bush's funeral. All the other
Mm-hmm.
living presidents went.
Right. Right.
And I think that was when he was during his first term.
Right.
Remember? Same with John McCain's funeral, which is a
Yeah.
state funeral. Donald Trump was not invited. I wonder
Yeah.
why.
Right.
Because he can't behave himself.
Yep.
He's
Exactly
like the
right.
badly behaved toddler,
Andy smells.
and he smells bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? He's not potty trained.
He is not. He is not.
No, so he can't
So
be out in public.
yeah, so many stars, unlike at anything Donald Trump puts on, attended. Stars perform at Obama Presidential Center opening ceremony, starting with our beloved and homegrown girl, Jennifer
Jennifer.
Hudson. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. John Legend.
John,
When the
yeah.
war is
Common.
won, the
And Common,
world,
yeah.
we will be sure.
So sure.
We will be sure. Oh, glory. Oh,
Bruce.
grab your ticket
Yeah.
and your suitcase. Thunder's rolling down the track.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you.
Eddie Vedder. Guitar.
Yeah. And then
In your city of
Bono.
blinding lights.
Give me something I'm
Thames.
lacking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't need nothing. You are my everything. Oh yeah, only me and you. Only me and you.
Mark Anthony.
Sarcastic, yeah.
Yeah, Stevie.
Stevie Wonder.
Keep on
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Amazing.
What an amazing event.
I
I'm
know.
like
And everybody
literally
wanted
getting,
to perform.
I'm
you
getting
know?
choked up just
I know. I know.
It's just so
Well, they were getting choked up. Biden was tearing up. Especially when Jennifer Hudson was singing, when she was singing, what's the second song she sang? Dream. What's the name of that song? You Can Dream. I can't remember the name of the
yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
they mentioned it. Yeah. Oh my God.
And
Oh.
then Barack and Michelle were. I mean, it was beautiful. The whole
Mhm.
thing. It was so
Oh,
joyous. People were up
seriously.
standing and dancing and clapping and having a good time and singing along. Kamala Harris was there. She was having a
Yep.
ball.
Yep.
Oh my God, it was fantastic.
Hillary was having a
Hillary
really good
was
time.
having-
She was laughing and oh my goodness.
I think you'll get to hear that later when we play Michelle Obama. You'll get to hear it.
Oh
You
my
can hear
gosh.
Hillary. Yeah.
So just, to cover a little bit more of the joy that occurred on Thursday here in Chicago, I'm going to go ahead and play this really quick.
Okay.
It was a truly remarkable gathering. One person describing it as like a national picnic. And many here say they hope that spirit of unity is something they can carry forward.
As a sea of humanity flowed from Midway Plaisance, many spoke of the history they witnessed and the urgent call still ringing in their ears.
I love how they set the center is for us to basically get a springboard of, what we are to become.
I feel so hopeful. I can't wait to be able to be a part of something meaningful in our city.
Earlier, thousands filled this watch party, blocks from the new Obama Presidential Center, reveling in music, food, and community, and united in aspiration.
It's been a beautiful thing. We're all so different, but to be here together and experience this, it's been really wonderful.
This was an opportunity to put on the red, white, and blue, support my country, support my community.
Celestine Hopkins Bowman of Glenwood brought her two grandchildren.
Because this is history. This is something they're going to remember. They're actually going to the museum tomorrow.
I know this museum is going to be the best. From 1 out of 10, I think it's going to be 10,000.
For those who were here, the moment was bigger than just one person. That familiar refrain, hope and change, seems for some here to have come full circle.
I took away change. Again, change. We need change again.
The world around him has changed, but he's still who he is.
The Obamas belong to the world now, but many here say it was apparent today that those Southside roots that grew into a presidency will remain at the center of the first couple's legacy. In Jackson Park.
It's so
I'm so
beautiful.
glad he built it there in Chicago and not Hawaii. Because remember, when they were thinking about where to put it, they were thinking about either Hawaii because he was born in Hawaii, went to school in Hawaii, he was raised in Hawaii, or Chicago, where he came as an adult, right? And he started his political career. And, it would have been, to put it in Hawaii, it would have been so hard for people to go there and, more expensive.
Oh my gosh, definitely.
Yeah. So
it would have, it would not have been as accessible.
Exactly. So I think that's what they were thinking about. And they just feel like Chicago's their home.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Where Michelle's
where
from.
she grew up.
Yeah.
And that's where they got the start. They had the, inaugural, oh my gosh, what was it? The rally that they had for the inauguration.
Oh, the big one in Hyde Park.
Yeah. So.
And he announced it
in Grant Park. It was actually Grant Park.
Grant Park. Okay. I remember when he announced that that he was running, and that was in Springfield, right? Where Lincoln started. Yeah.
Yep.
That was amazing. Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead. This is from the opening, and I believe this is Michelle paying tribute. So here we go.
Barack, you gotta look at me. You told me all those years ago that you couldn't promise me the world, but you could promise me an interesting life. And of course, you outdid yourself and managed to give me both. I know it hasn't always been easy, but there hasn't been a single second through this experience that standing by your side hasn't left me in awe. 8 years in the crucible, and not once did you melt from the heat. Not once did you let it harden you. Instead, you used it to reveal your truest essence, your stubborn optimism and unflinching courage, your dazzling brilliance and unpretentious decency, your ferocious work ethic, and absolutely unshakable moral fiber. And to do it all as a first, and the higher standard that comes with all that, the claims that a U.S. senator and constitutional law expert wasn't qualified for the job, the lies about your birthright, your faith, your patriotism, the outrage when you stated the biological fact that if you'd had a son, that he too would be black. Yet, you were unflappable at every turn, always focused, always calm, always looking at the long view. How absurd it is to even imagine that you might have buckled under the pressure even once, lashed out in frustration, lost your temper. How absurd it is to imagine that you might have done anything but make our family and this entire country proud. No, you were too busy. I'm not done, y'all. Not done. So much to say. You were doing the people's work, rescuing our economy, expanding healthcare, ending a war, ordering the Bin Laden raid, saving an auto industry, winning a peace prize. Keeping us safe from Ebola, regulating the banks, standing up for marriage equality, listening to science, and comforting an entire nation in the face of unspeakable tragedies. And you did it all with such grace and class and cool. that you made the hardest job in the world look like a walk in this beautiful park. Your mother, Toot, Gramps, you are a tribute to their love. They are up there grinning and hugging today because you never forgot who you are and where you came from. Single mother, working hard to get by and get an education and show her son the world. Grandparents who didn't have much, but they had the perfect recipe to nurture your flame. You never forgot the folks in the union halls and church basements here in Chicago, where you first put your ideals to this test. You never forgot all the voters you registered and students you taught and neighbors you organized. You never fell for the temptation of a quick fix or an easy payday. You never changed from that idealistic summer associate who showed up on that rainy day when we first met without an umbrella. You always gave us the very best within you. And in doing so, you reminded the rest of us that we could too. Barack, there are no words to express how proud I am of the way you showed up and continue to show up every single day. It has been an honor to be by your side. You have made me a better person and have given us all an example that we should strive to emulate. And I hope you know, there is truly no higher calling than that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes, I know, it was perfect.
Absolutely beautiful. I tell you what, I mean, it just, oh, I mean,
It made me, in a way, it just made me angry thinking of, I mean, it was everything I wanted I wanted to say. I mean, what she said,
yeah,
what he did, what he put up with,
yeah,
and just did it with such grace, never lashing out, never speaking, like calling people names. I mean, that seems like something we should always expect, of course.
Always expect from our leaders.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember anybody
sorely lacking in the Republican Party. I mean,
oh my God, I just can't. And honestly, the Republican Party has always been like this.
Yeah.
Look how they treated him.
Yep.
Remember when he was doing his State of the Union, and that, what's his name, Wilson?
Yeah.
I forget his first name. You lie.
Right.
Nobody ever did that before.
Never.
And
the
now,
degradation of decorum, all of the things that they love to try and like lecture, tone down the rhetoric. Anyway, it just
not respectful of the, it's not I mean, these people, they have never respected. They only respect the office and expect everybody to respect it, and never always, respect the office of the president, respect the president, even if he's not with your, if you don't agree with him. Only when they're in office, only when a Republican's in office. When a Democrat's in office, they treat them like crap.
Right.
They treat them total disrespect. They wouldn't even pose for pictures with him sometimes.
No, and the absolute abhorrent things that they would say and continue to say about First Lady Michelle Obama.
Oh my God. Just horrible.
Just horrible. And so, it's just, for me, it's just like that just makes me want to, speak up and protect, just protect her honor and dignity, even more.
Feel very protective of them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very protective of them.
I do too. Yeah.
So, and I mean, these are strong people.
Mm-hmm. They are. They don't need our protection, but it's like I just, I'm just speaking simply from, in my day to day when I've, encountered. Yes, when I've confronted it. I remember some of the most disgusting, derogatory, insulting things, memes and just comments about Michelle Obama. I'm not even going to repeat them, but I remember just tearing up some asses when that would happen. You know? It
Just
just, yeah.
and the fact is, I mean, and yet look at and I don't even we shouldn't even go there because we'll talk
No,
about
I
this on
know.
on our
Exactly.
podcast.
We will. So another little preview. We will talk about this. But
Yeah.
anyway, I want to play this clip that you sent me about Michelle Obama and her
Okay.
grace in class. Okay, it's buffering. I love when it does
That
that. I love the
buffering.
buffering. I just can't with the buffering.
Right.
What is up with the buffering?
Your internet speed or your Wi-Fi.
Something. I need to upgrade
Mhm.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while that's buffering, let's do this.
I sent you, there's a couple articles.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Of course, we're doing this completely unedited.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna play this. So Michelle Obama, with Robin Roberts that you sent me.
Yes, she interviewed Michelle and Barack,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was just this is what they're saying, right? This is just recently, and some of the ways they were talking about, I guess, the future and what we have to, I mean, whether we should still be hopeful. I mean, because his campaign was hope and change.
Yeah.
And that seems like now some of us are feeling
it's being tested for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Is there anything in looking back that you would do differently as president?
Oh, look, I always used to feel like I was making a mistake a day. The thing that we were good at and allowed me to sleep at night and get up and go back at it was I always felt that when we made decisions, we were making decisions with the American people in mind. That I wasn't making decisions based on short-term politics. I wasn't looking at the polls. I wasn't worrying about how people would talk about me if I was doing this. And so we were good about collecting data and analysis and getting a bunch of different point of views. Invariably, you don't get everything done that you want to get done.
From Barack Obama's time as a state senator.
Hope in the face of difficulty. Hope in the face of uncertainty.
To the presidential campaign trail. And 2 terms in office.
We will continue our journey forward.
The Obamas leaning on their message of hope. To many in this country, both of you represent hope and change. Yes, we can. Given what is going on around the country right now, could that movement that you started then, could it happen now, Mrs. Obama, do you think?
It can always happen. People just have to be fed up enough. They have to want more. And I think the Presidential Center hopefully will remind people just how close we are to moving this country in the direction that we want to move it in. So I think it's always possible. And I think this is a reminder that all that happened, it was real. It is a part of history. It actually happened, especially when we're dealing with young people who weren't born when he was president, right? I mean, you have one exhibit where people thought that it could never happen, that a black man, a black family would never live in the White House, that America would never accept that. And lo and behold, the whole country, the vast majority of the country believe differently. But there are kids now who, they weren't around when that happened. So I think this is an important reminder of not just that it happened, but how it happened. That it wasn't about one president. It took millions and millions of people deciding that they were going to step up and do their part. That hope and change isn't a you'll do it. It's a we thing.
Yeah, that's such an important thing.
Yeah, it's a very important message.
Yeah.
And as far as being fed up, yeah, we were fed up after George W. Bush. We're even more fed up now.
Right.
So, I mean, what she's saying, we're still the same America.
Right.
That voted for Barack Obama.
Right.
And we can do that again. We still have
Yes, and that is so important. And just a reminder too that not only was he elected once, he was elected twice.
Right. By a majority, the first Democratic president to
Yes.
win majorities 2 times
Yes.
since FDR.
And that is a part of his legacy, and that is something that we cannot allow them to erase that fact. And like she's so, perfectly puts it, it's just like it is in history. This is history. This is our history. We've done this before, which means we can do it again. But it's going to
do it
take
again.
all of us coming together to do it.
And we are that fed up.
And we are that.
So we have that. Okay.
Yeah, we
That's already there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're past that, okay?
We are so fed up. So I'm going to try again to play this. Okay. This says history, hope, grace. The Obamas remind us that leadership can be intelligent, compassionate, and inspiring. Their legacy continues. Let me try. Fingers crossed.
We have to demand more.
Yes. And it's still buffering, Anita. I don't know.
Oh,
what's with
God.
this thing. Here, let me see if I can just refresh.
My internet's been bad today. I don't know. Maybe it rubbed off on yours.
Maybe it's something. Here we go. Hold on.
Yeah, she don't need Yeah, she don't need approval. She don't need permission. She just is. Clock it. Clock it. Yeah, clock it, clock it. You can't copy, you can't mock it. I'm one-on-one, can't duplicate. God, design me. I'm authenticated. Clock it. Yeah, clock it. Grace on me. Yeah, I got it. Walking truth. I don't force it. I am her. Now recording. She got style, she got grace. You could see it in her face. She don't rush, she don't chase. She just move at a pace. She forgives, she evolves. She don't break, she resolves. She got peace in her soul and a heart that's been called. She a woman of esteem, built a life with a dream. She's solid, she's good, she's exactly what she seems. She don't need to explain it. She don't.
So beautiful. Oh my God. They are just stunning.
They're a stunning couple.
Oh
They
my
really are.
goodness.
They're beautiful. And she's beautiful, but they're both brilliant.
They're both exactly.
It's just amazing, that we had them as president and first lady for 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of took it for granted.
I think we did. You're right.
Yeah. Now we realize how much.
Well, look, we Kimosabi, we have always known, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, the country as a whole.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about this, like I said, but the backlash,
Oh my God. Yeah. Stunning.
I know. And we didn't expect that.
So
but we should have.
This is let's see, Bloomberg News put out a video here. And this is a historic day for the city of Chicago. Let's play this real quick.
You guys have a lot of historic days, though.
This is a historic day for the city of Chicago. I want to begin by thanking the President and the First Lady for choosing to build the library in their hometown, the city of Chicago.
Oh, I know Rahm Emanuel. I know you would like
the
that.
Obama Presidential Center in Chicago, which opens to the public on June 19. The 19-acre campus includes a children's playground, a Chicago Public Library branch, and of course, the museum that you can see behind me. The Obama Center isn't just a presidential museum. It's a public space surrounded by walking trails and gardens in Chicago's historic Jackson Park. Unlike other presidential libraries, it is not operated by the National Archives, so you won't find the original documents that are usually found at those libraries. That's because in 2017, the Obama Foundation made the decision not to build a traditional library for paper records, and instead provided funding to digitize them. It's the first presidential library to do this. Digitizing the material makes it accessible from anywhere by anyone. It also makes the library feel more like a museum and community space. For now, the center is featuring some original material, which is on loan from the archives. Construction began on the center in 2021, and it opens 9 years after Obama left office. The $850 million campus was privately funded by donors. Chicago was one of several cities Obama considered for the project. He selected Jackson Park as its final location, where it now stands. He said the project only made sense in the place where he got his start as a community organizer in 1985 on Chicago's South Side. Obama will christen the opening of the campus himself, but the celebration is set against an unusually really sharp contrast. As Obama opens the doors to his first attempt at defining his legacy, President Donald Trump has sought to undo or weaken many signature policy achievements of the Obama era. And while Trump is not invited to the opening ceremony, Obama Foundation CEO Valerie Jarrett recently extended a public invitation for him to tour the center. The Obama Center will become the 14th presidential museum, commemorating the life, legacy, and historic importance of the first Black president of the United States.
Well, I think I can say, we the people do not want his stench in our beautiful community space, do we?
Donald Trump?
No,
Oh, no.
we do not.
Yeah, they said he could come anytime as a visitor, but hopefully not. I don't know. But no, it's interesting that she said everything's digitized and you can access it anywhere.
Yes.
That's a first. So that's fantastic.
That's very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I mean, so well thought out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
of course it was, because that's how he does things, right? He's such a planner. Remember, he's known for having read all the when they would bring him his daily briefings, he would read everything.
Right.
He's just the opposite of what we have now.
Oh my God, complete polar opposite.
Yeah, he was always prepared, always planned ahead. Everything was planned out. I mean, look at what's happened in Iran. There was no plan, no strategy, and it was a total debacle.
And yes, we're still living it.
Yes.
So yeah, it may surprise you to know that President Obama had some things to say at the opening ceremony. I'm gonna go ahead and play.
Let's hear them.
Okay, I'm gonna play this for you now.
And it's why the exhibits here focus not just on policies, but on the shared values that make democracy possible. A belief in the intrinsic dignity and worth of all people, and that no one is above the law or beneath its protection. A belief in checks and balances in our government and an accountability that comes with an independent judiciary and a robust free press. A belief that our military and law enforcement owe allegiance not to any president or political party, but to the people and our Constitution. A belief in the peaceful transfer of power after the people have spoken in fair and free elections, recognizing that in a large, complicated society like ours, no group or faction gets its way 100% of the time. And a belief that
Yep. I wonder who he's talking about.
of character, honesty,
Oh, it's not
integrity,
finished.
kindness, compassion, a sense of duty and honor. Those things matter in our public dealings, just as they do in our private lives. These are not these are the values and traditions I believe in. And they are not Republican or Democratic values. They're American values we can all share, regardless of party. Values every president here today, as different as we are, has tried our best to uphold.
So
Values that
divisive.
John McCain and Mitt Romney believed in, no less than I did. It is our greatest inheritance, the story of America at its best, because it reflects a basic faith in the decency of our fellow citizens.
Yep.
Yeah, it was that was so divisive, Karen.
Oh my gosh.
You hear it?
Oh my gosh, I can hear it. It's so
I know.
divisive. He's so yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to really talk about that, because that's one of the biggest stupid things people say about him, which is very telling.
Yeah. Yeah. So of course,
Yeah.
to the point we were saying and to what he was saying, it doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, presidents or whatever, that there were those certain ideals that they shared. So former President Joe Biden will also be in attendance for the opening of the Obama Presidential Center, along with former Presidents Clinton and Bush. So
And all their wives, the
and
first
all their
ladies
wives.
came.
Yep.
Kamala
Yep.
Harris was there. Angela Merkel, from the former chancellor of Germany, came all the way over to the opening ceremony for Barack Obama.
Yep.
And Justin Trudeau was there.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of stars were there. A lot of people were there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
anyway,
it was amazing. And it's just, again, because it is, the universal theme of good people to lift each other up and to support one another. And we are the majority. There are more people like us in this country than there
if we get out
are.
and
Yes.
vote. And don't get distracted by one certain little thing, issue that maybe it's important to you, but you've got to look at the big picture. So that's what's happened before. At least it's happened with Hillary and with Kamala. There were people that didn't vote or voted third party, and that's how we ended up here.
Yeah.
So
ASIN posted some more of President Obama's speech at the opening of Presidential Center. I'm going to go ahead and play that.
Yes, America has made its share of foreign policy mistakes. Our actions have not always matched our rhetoric. We've learned that we can't solve every conflict or stop every atrocity around the globe, but at our best, the United States has been an undeniable force for good in the world. And what I heard on every continent as president is that when American foreign policy lives up to our highest ideals, when we champion human rights and democracy and the sound stewardship of our planet, when we take the lead in eradicating disease and feeding the hungry and educating children, when we encourage cooperation between nations, instead of trying to dominate and bully and squeeze every advantage just because we can. And most of all, when we show through our example here at home that even a country as big and diverse as ours can make democracy work, it turns out all nations, including ours, become more prosperous and secure. And the world gets a little bit brighter.
Yep.
Yep, the world was a little brighter that opening day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, and it gave me hope. It gave me, just a feeling like, I don't know,
it was
just a
endorphin.
reminder.
I mean, it was such an endorphin boost. It was such a,
we needed it so much.
and you can feel it. You could feel viscerally.
Yeah.
I just talked about it as, it made me, it kind of incited the same type of excitement as I experienced when I went to Dempalooza for the Democratic convention when it was here in Chicago.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
just there was so much hope,
I know.
and, it kind of reminds me of that,
People there that went to the opening were describing it like that had also been to the inauguration. They were saying it was like the feeling they had on inauguration day in January 2009.
Yeah.
That's how happy they were. They were feeling that happy, that joyous.
Yeah.
That's how much it inspired them. And it's just a reminder of what we can accomplish.
Yes. Yes, we can. We can again.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, right. And
Si se puede.
Yeah, and si se puede. And to Michelle Obama's point, we can be that again. It's not, that wasn't just a one-off, that we can do this again. And I think that if anything that we can say, and Anita, you and I have talked about this, Donald Trump has exposed the Republican Party. Donald Trump is for sure laid, kind of emboldened these people. But there is no more plausible deniability.
No.
That there is racism and white supremacy is an issue that we can and we must.
We have to
deal with.
Because if we don't, we can't do anything else, because that's what stops it. That's what the Republican Party uses to stay in power or to gain power.
That's it.
Because they know how to use it and to weaponize it. And they've been doing it since Ronald Reagan.
Yep. And yeah, absolutely. They know the formula. They figured out the formula. So we have to counter that with a formula of inclusion and calling it out at every turn. White people out there that are good liberal people that hear this in private conversations or sharing it. You need to call people out. We have to call people out for this.
And our job is harder. It's harder to overcome this than it is to just appeal to people's hatred and fear.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's going to be slow, but we've got to do it. We've got to do it. And people need to finally wake up to it. I mean, there is no denying that this is an issue. But here's another thing, because, Anita, my job here is to make you feel good.
I remember.
Don't
you forget it.
No. This is footage of President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama coming in, surprising some kids in the library.
Yeah. The library, the new library.
At
the Presidential Center.
Yes. So here we go. Let me see if I can play this. Let's go.
Are people telling stories up in here?
This is Where the Wild Things Are.
This is such a good book. I can't wait.
The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief, his mother called him Wild Thing.
Oh, the action is picking up here, people. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. Do you guys have terrible roars? And rolled their terrible eyes. He's got the best scary eyes. It's a little scary. And they showed their terrible claws up. Arr. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus begin.
Let's make a rumpus.
Let's see, quick rumpus. All right. There you go. That's rumpusing right there. I just want to show everybody, I have my special Chicago Public Library library card, which allows you to come not only to this outstanding library, but to any Chicago Public Library. And what can you do when you come to a library?
Read!
With our claws, wild thing.
How sweet.
Oh, they're so amazing.
Oh my God. I love them.
They're so amazing. I want them back. Oh my God. I have my Obama 2028 hat.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that little girl. Remember, like, when in the lead up to the 20.
Yes,
I don't
new
want
president. You know what? Now I get it.
That's
She was
how
right.
I felt it back then, but now I really feel
We
it.
thought it was going to be Hillary, though. So we're like, oh, come on. It'll be okay. It'll be
little
okay.
girl.
No,
It'll be all
it's
right.
not okay.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay.
That poor little girl. Oh my God.
Oh my God. She's
Think about it.
probably 25 now.
She's probably going, Mom, you told me it would be okay.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh
my
my
God. But
gosh.
they're just oh my God, they're amazing.
They're amazing, and I'm so excited. And now you're definitely going to have to hop on a train and come
I
up to
know.
Chicago.
To the Obama-
Seriously.
yeah,
Yeah,
Presidential
you've got to
Center.
do it. We're going to have to do it. You know what? I think tickets are sold out until like
December.
December. So maybe that's when you guys need to come.
Yeah, it'll have to
I
be
mean,
after
it'll be
that.
cold though, but you guys are going to feel like a little
Oh, I
bit.
want it to be cold. I'm tired of the heat here.
Yeah, you might. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it could be.
I get to wear my coat. I never get to wear my coat.
Your red coat. Yeah.
I
come
never
to
get to
Chicago.
wear it because it's a long coat, and
All right.
it's not
Well,
very-
make the plans, and you have to tell me when it's going to be so that we can.
Okay,
We
you'll
can
get the
do
tickets.
this. I'll get
Yeah.
the tickets. Yeah.
Okay, well, I know. I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, such a joyous event, and gives renewed hope that we can actually do this. And I think that, that is the rallying cry that we all have to hear, and from President Obama and
Michelle.
Michelle Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama.
It's important to feel joy too.
And I think it's an important democratic message as well.
Mhm.
You know, to keep the joy up, you know, keep the level of joy up, and
Because
not
they want
let-
us to feel despaired. They want it.
Absolutely.
That's hopeless. That's when they win.
That's exactly when they win. And so instead of a Lego video, today we are going to play you out with a star-studded performance here with Stevie Wonder, performs Higher Ground with John Legend, Jennifer Hudson, The Roots, Bruce Springsteen, Eddie Vedder, and Common. So Anita, everybody, please like and subscribe.
Smash that button
to our YouTube channel and get on over to Patreon and support us either, you know, at any level. It could be for free.
Buy us a cup of
coffee. Exactly. But we have a great community over there, an opportunity to chat with one another. So please head over and do that. And also on the YouTube, please ring the bell so that you get notified when we have our daily drops, and then also when our bi-weekly podcast drops. So thanks, everybody. Love
Thanks.
you.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Keep hope alive.
Yes.
Keep on soldiers, keep on keep on turning. This war means a keep on lying for your people. Keep on dying. Keep on dying. This is war means a I know.
under. I'm on stage with my man Stevie Wonder. This is how it is, Southside 87. On stage with Jennifer Hudson and John Legend. This is how it be in the center, Obama Center. It's colder than winter, so beautiful, so beautiful. What I can do, check it out, it's usual. Usual like common for me and you. This is the type of thing that we can do. Like you too, just like Bono. We came to rock here live in Chicago. Yo, it's like this, we got the dream. On stage with Bruce Springsteen. How can it be things we get better? Thank God I'm here with Eddie Vedder. We get it all together, we can storm. Constant show, you know the whole form. When it goes on, it keeps going on and on. Yo, I can keep lighting. They can say respect to Joe Biden, President Biden, and Coach Bush. This is how we do, yo, Operation Push. As I push on down, I'ma keep jamming. Respect to who? Fred Hampton, and of course, all my people here in Washington. You know how we do, we all equal, saying the thing. This is like this Dr. King, we get it like this. Conscious, we don't need no drama. Respect to Obama and Michelle. This is how we dwell. You can tell, check it out, never fail. This is like this when I come down, y'all. I can say, yo, we can stand tall. Yo, this is like this shot town. We gon' take you, Stevie, to higher ground.